Well, now you guys can see this shit a lot better. No, I finally got lights up here to shine on the cool stuff that is up here. But anyway, the video that I'm going to make, or am making right now as we speak, we're going to talk about Mars Argo because this is someone that I knew about but didn't necessarily know enough about her, other than this was basically what people like to call Titanic's first victim before he got to Poppy and all this, that, and the other. And I had never really heard any of her songs coming into this except for Using You. I always wondered, like, what happened to her, because I don't hear much about her, I don't really see anything about her, and it's a very weird situation in this case as to what happened. So without further ado, let's just get it started. So apparently Mars Argo actually started out as a band between Mars Argo and Titanic Sinclair. By the way, Mars's real name is Brittany Sheets. I'm just going to call her Mars because that's what everybody calls her. Her and Titanic released the debut, and to this day only, Mars Argo record, which was Technology is a Dead Bird. I think this was in 2010, and that's basically really all I had to go off of, except for like a bunch of one-offs here. It was very weird. These were the songs that I listened to. Beauty is Empty, which I remember someone recommended this to me. Runaway, Runaway, Wet Cigarette, Mrs. Stradler, Nothing Without You, Wasting Away, and A-OK were just some that I had listened to and saw, and to be honest with you, I liked what I heard. I really did. You can definitely see some of the, stuff carry over from when Titanic went on to Poppy at this point in time, but there definitely are some major differences. Is the fact is Mars Argo plays this character kind of like Poppy's, but I feel like hers was more, I don't know, she didn't hold back. There's a lot of like compilations of her like saying shit that Poppy wouldn't necessarily say.
I hate that everybody is a band and that everybody acts like they have all this cred, but really they suck at live performing. And they can't stay on pitch, and they look like they're scared out of their fucking minds, and that they want to die, and that they don't understand why they're there, but they're still performing, and they're still getting more fucking hype than I am, so it kind of pisses me the fuck off.
And the music kind of reminded me, it was like a mixture of Gwen Stefani's vocals on like the backing track of like a garbage song, It felt like Gwen Stefani and Shirley Manson just mixed in to one together. It was very intriguing that, there's a lot more bass licks that are used in these songs, and I did enjoy what I heard, and I had been doing some research and I realized that a lot of these videos had resurfaced on the Mars Argo YouTube channel, and I thought maybe she had come back and had done new stuff, this time just with herself and all that, but in the end, not all of it was true. Some of it was re-uploads that maybe she had finally gotten permission to do at this point in time. But there was one song that was pretty interesting that I found called Spider in My Bathtub, which, if you listen to the reverse message, now it's very hard to hear, so I'm going to try to make this as easy for you to hear as me. But Mars kind of references how she's done with Titanic by saying this. Now, after her departure and breakup with Titanic Sinclair, she seemed to go dark for a while. There was one video that I saw of her that she took when supposedly Titanic Sinclair broke into her house and was either drunk or high on something and went on this tangent and broke shit. Here's some of that right here.
Hey, Brett.
What's
your
up?
Facebook? What's it
I'm not
called?
sure what it's called.
What's it called?
I'm not sure.
Oh, really? What's it called?
I'm not sure.
What's your Facebook? And this nigga won't be controlled. They're gonna control you, and it's cool. They'll make you feel like you're famous, man.
So needless to say, she got out of that just in time. But instead of carrying this on herself, she just kind of let it go, and just like that, the Mars Argo character was over. Titanic had moved on with Poppy, and then we got her, and even after Poppy has split with Titanic, she's still going under that alias, that moniker, because somehow she has control of it now. I did see a YouTube comment on one of her videos stating for Mars Argo that she finally has her YouTube channel back and is able to re-upload these videos. I don't necessarily know how true that is, but it seems intriguing if it is, because maybe she will come out with something new like she had mentioned in 2018 when she addressed everything and finally, came back to the light of things on this Tumblr page she had, which I cannot find for the life of me. And she even recently showed up in a 2020 movie called Dinner in America. It was a Sundance Film Festival movie, and it actually did really, really good. I'm not going to sit here and lie, although she's not a major character. She plays some character named Sissy on it, and here's a clip of that.
Patty?
I told you it was her.
This is right here. Were you just totally tongue-fucking John Q in the back of that cruiser?
Uh-huh. He's my real boyfriend.
We're starting a riot girl band. You want to be in it?
Uh-huh.
So for the most part, I don't know how big into this acting thing she is, but she did that this year and she's active. Hi, this is editing me. Also forgot to realize too that during her acting career, she also appeared in a commercial for some sort of earbuds. This is that.
Are your earbuds bare? Do you have bare buds? Well, I've got something for you.
Whoa.
Ear skins. They focus the sound directly into your brain.
Hey, I didn't know this was a thing.
It's a thing.
I'm glad this is a thing.
It's a thing. Ear skins. They go over your earbuds.
Good thing, and I just can't stop. Good thing, and I just can't stop. Good thing, and I just can't stop.
Okay, now that you know that, and now that you've seen that, let's get back to the actual video. Not to mention that when you fast forward a couple years back, she would end up suing Titanic and Poppy for multiple different reasons. Basically, she sued Titanic because of so-called abuse that was going on, this, that, and the other, during their relationship and partnership together. And of course she sued Poppy because it was basically a copy of the character. But I guess what Mars didn't necessarily realize is that, that was Titanic's character and he brought it over to Poppy, so he's really the one more to blame for that if you want, but in the end he was the creator of both of those characters, so anyone who does it now with him in their presence, you can probably say that it was him that put this idea out, not necessarily the creator, but I think that was settled outside of court, and I think since then, I don't necessarily know if Mars and Poppy have squashed their beef, but I remember when Poppy had talked about why her and Titanic decided to split as creative partners and as a couple, she had kind of taken back everything she had said about Mars beforehand and saying she should have believed her when she said what she did back then. So I don't know with that one, so that's basically all she's been doing. I checked the social media, and her Instagram is still up, but there hasn't been anything posted on there since 2017, leaving me to believe that that's just fully inactive at this point, and that could still be a fan page. I don't know. It said Mars Argo official, but there's no blue check mark. There's really not a whole lot here. There was a lot of fan pages, and the same would go for Twitter and Facebook, just nothing really present, and if there was, it was stuff that was 3 or 4 years old and just hadn't been active in years. So basically, what is she doing now? I don't know. She did the movie, she spoke out a couple years ago, she even said she was going to come out and make new music, and I don't know how new that Spider in the Bathtub song is, but it had to be more recent because she had mentioned being done with Mr. Sinclair, as she puts it in the reversed part of the song. I don't know, that could have just been some subliminal message she put back in the day without his knowing. I don't know there, and it's pretty interesting because, like I said, I had known little about the character. I knew who she was, and I kind of knew her musical style, at least I thought I did with the one song, but I guess sometimes it's why you gotta listen to more than just one song from an artist to really get what they sound like, and I highly enjoyed what I enjoyed, and if she was still active, I would say that, I would still listen to it. That just is what it is, but for the most part, I think what she's doing will just remain a mystery. It seems like, to me, she just kind of pulled a Meg White when the White Stripes broke up, to where, yeah, Jack's still out doing his own thing with the raconteurs, going solo, this, that, and the other, but for the most part, Meg just wanted to be out of the spotlight and not necessarily, do anything else outside of just, I guess, be a family person, do other things they may have wanted to do in life. That's where I see Miss Sheets at this point in time. It's not that I don't necessarily think she wants to come back into music, but I highly doubt that she wants to be known as the Mars Argo character again and whatnot. She's just kind of like, we can relive those moments, but at the same point in time, that character, the way that kind of ended, was on a bit of a low note, so why would she want to continue on with something that's going to remind her of the bad times? I don't know, I mean, Poppy's doing it, but she's able to do her own thing now, which Mars would too, but again, I don't know, I think at this point it would just be like, cool, Mars is back, but now we have two with the same artist, in this case, at least when you talk about artistic-wise, what they do and how they promote their music and the weirdness of it, it just wouldn't seem right anymore for that. That's basically what I think. That was basically all the research I could find. Trust me, I looked, and there wasn't a whole lot to go off of. There was a couple of websites with some articles, even Wikipedia had a little bit. You can never really fully trust Wikipedia, but it had a little bit in there about stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll look at this, and that Tumblr page of hers, I just could not find it all, and YouTube was just little to nothing other than the songs and a couple of the lost videos that she had back in the day. But for the most part, that's it. That's all we have right now, and until she feels comfortable coming back out of the blue, if she ever wants to, in this case, then we'll never truly know what's going on with her and where she's at and what she's doing and what she plans on doing. But that's basically it. Like this video if you enjoyed. I might end up doing more videos like this. I don't know. I just had fun going into the rabbit hole of the internet to figure this stuff out, or at least do more research on someone that I didn't know. It's always fun when you can learn new things and present it in a video. But yeah, until then, stay safe out there, and I will catch you all in the next one.
It's a thing.